So I want to waste absolutely no time, not to build drama, but to get the anti-redactment. When people have doublespeak, do you know what body language is? It's doubles as a real one. So if there's with punishing, I think of things Richard Feynman said, that he starts seeing stuff inside of physics, outside of physics, in the reality. Oh, and the wind loves picking this up. Feedback is going to be horrific. So I start seeing stuff in real life that is in video game linguistics accompanied as body language. So it's the premise of this video is what isn't a lipid? A lipid is inside of you and it's a fat, but it's so arbitrary. Not arbitrary, it's so uniform that it applies to many things. And that's where you have to speak loosely and generalize at the same time to avoid getting hit with flags. Because you can get thrown off a platform if you get hit with 3 flags. I should know, I got one of them. So with a dash is when someone does a sprint really quickly, you can do a dash off of a skip. If you know how to skip, just one skip is a setup for a dash. And so I wish I had gauze for my thumb because it split open. It's a fantastic thing for gutters. Crevices collect stuff when wind blows. There's different ways that if it's inside of like a shoe, it's gonna blow like in a tornado, but a cyclone. But wind, when it is linearly, it falls into crevices eventually. It would be interesting to see all the tumbleweeds. If you could pinpoint the United States, I bet you that they'd be either in shoehorn, horseshoe area, or in crevices from long straightaways. That's how you generalize something. And I know the feedback and the imagery of the shadow is going to be bad. So let's just talk to my shadow to get this off because I don't want to miss it. This platforming I was describing with dashing, it's a skip. A skip is like something that's a setup. And so there's a side setup that I thought was so open that it exposed you to getting in the perfect position to get supered, aka with punished. So if you dash sideways and throw your leg up in like a skip, it's really easy to punish. Similarly, if you were to be in a grapple, this is when your back is in a horizontal position. It opens up your mid to get grabbed really easily, and you just always have to be aware that you could get grabbed your mid if your body's horizontal in a grappling motion, whether it be grappling in a mid, which you can do if you know how to swivel anything. So that opens you up. The side strafe with you skip your leg and put it up. That is another deterrent. Something that looks good, easy to punish, is if you delay before you do a drop-in on something. Like a platform. If you know how to drop a platform and lean into it. If you delay right before that, it's a quick release. So catch and release in this situation is really prolific. And this wind, not for nothing, is something else. Hard to vlog, to say the least, in these conditions, which I don't mind because it's not making me sweat, but at the same time I know it's shooting my audio into the cosmos where there's a black hole in the no return. And lastly, my dipole, not my dipole, but that's an interesting phenomenon to what isn't a lipid. The deltoid, that sounds like a solar plexus. These linguistics sound similar. So to say that a solar plexus is a lipid, you may and may not be correct, because lipids, what isn't